Hey, beautiful dreamer. Have you ever felt like you're stuck in the same place, watching the days blend into each other without any real change or growth? Then today's episode is for you. We are going to be talking about what it looks like to invest in yourself. Stay tuned. Well, if that statement resonated with you about being stuck in one place or watching the days pass you by without seeing any real traction towards creating the life that you desire to live, and if you are frustrated with the fact that your days and nights seem to be consumed with pouring out everything that is within you, only to wake up the next morning feeling like you haven't made any progress at all, well then, today's timeless truth will hit you because it is you are worth the investment. Yes, beautiful dreamer, it's time that we talk about investing in you. So if you knew that there was a proven avenue to get you to where you want to go, to identify your strengths and your skill sets to pursue your dreams, and most importantly, an almost guaranteed step-by-step process to live the life you were created to live, wouldn't you want to check it out? Of course, I'm talking, as usual, about life coaching. Life coaching isn't just a luxury. It's taking a deep dive into discovering your true potential, breaking free from those invisible chains, and crafting a life that you're absolutely in love with. It's also about identifying obstacles and barriers, as well as helping you recognize open doors and pathways. It's a lot more than just a to-do list. It is also about gaining fresh perspective and offering solutions. It's about getting unstuck and forging new paths. Ironically, the same people, and I'm throwing myself in there as well, that pour into others day after day and week after week, usually have such a hard time investing in themselves. Would you like to jump on this bandwagon with me? The real irony is that we rarely question investing in our kids' lives. We pay coaches for Little League, football, or cheerleading, etc. And do you know that the ages that parents are beginning to hire these coaches for their kids is getting younger and younger every year? But what about you? If we're being honest, the likelihood of your child's life being transformed by the coaches that are being hired today over the next few decades is probably very slim. On the other hand, investing in a life coach that, similarly to a sports coach, can recognize your potential, point out your strengths, guide you in modifying your weaknesses, often identifying areas that you may not even be aware of, well, it is literally being coached on living your best life. Now that's an investment. Actually, it will prove to be an investment that can improve your life for years to come, maybe even indefinitely. Learning and growing shouldn't stop when you graduate high school or college. Continuing to grow and learn and evolve into the woman you were created to be is a lifelong process. So what does that even look like? Okay, imagine having someone in your corner who's there to lift you up, to challenge you in all the right ways, and to guide you towards those dreams that seem just out of reach. From helping you learn how to prioritize your energy and your resources, I'm talking about time here, to helping you identify your core values, your strengths, and your purpose in life. That's what life coaching is all about. From finding your perfect career path to awakening your inner joy. It's about rewriting your story to one where you're the powerhouse heroine that you were always meant to be. In fact, earlier this week, I shared with a group of ladies that I had this vision of an army of women charging over a hill, women arising into their true calling, armed with swords to slay the enemy, and each one of them was wearing a crown to signify to the world their true identity. Now, these were not pampered, faint of heart women, but they were rising warriors called to fight for their families and their destiny. And their strength comes from banding together as one instead of tearing each other down. And their heart cry in pursuing the life of their dreams was not necessarily about gaining comfort, but rather focused on growing in tenacity to overcome and persevere through the life they were created to live. And the most powerful part of this vision was the fact that they faced life head on together as one. I would love to be a part of that community, wouldn't you? So maybe that story resonates with you like it resonates with me. And maybe you aren't stuck at all. You may already be living the life of your dreams. So how do you utilize this amazing life that you're living to impact the world around you to your full potential? Because there are probably a lot of women out there wishing that they found what you have. So what can you do in your life to join that band of women to help them rise up to be just as satisfied and fulfilled as you are? Life coaching isn't always about finding your life. Sometimes it's helping you uncover what you didn't know you needed, wanted, and who you truly are down beneath all of those labels that we wear with so much pride. That's why having a life coach in your corner is so transformationally effective. Not only can it help you go to the next level, but it also helps you take someone else with you. It can help you achieve those dreams that you didn't even know you had, and find a way to leave a legacy in the world that you never even knew was possible. A few years ago, I was having a conversation with my life coach because remember, I am going to practice what I preach and invest in myself to be coached as well. And we were discussing what I felt my purpose was and what I was actually doing about it. And more importantly, what investment I was making to pursue my dream of encouraging women. There were so many things that came up in the conversation that I had never imagined or seen myself actually doing. But that day I set a goal. Even though, like I confessed before, it took me a little longer to accomplish it and to actually step out bravely. And this is the result of that goal. We uncovered the fact that I recognized there had to be an opportunity to reach women that I may not see on a daily basis. And that's when the idea for this podcast was planted into my list of goals. It didn't happen the very next day. Like I said, it actually took me a couple of years to bravely step out and to learn all of the technical behind the scenes parts and pieces of doing this thing, which is another valuable part of life coaching that people never recognize. It's taking that deep dive and helping you identify all of the hidden pieces to pursuing those goals that seem just out of reach. Well, that was just the beginning of the learning and growing to step out and doing this crazy, vulnerable thing. But beautiful dreamer, I know you probably have some crazy, vulnerable dreams within you as well. So I'm curious, what's that fairy tale that you've been dreaming of? Let's make it a reality together. Because hey, happily ever after isn't a lie. It's just waiting for you to turn the page. So, are you ready to transform your life? Maybe a little life coaching is what you've been waiting for. I love Proverbs 20, verse 5, because it says the purposes of a person's heart are deep waters, but one who has insight draws them out. Remember, today's timeless truth is that you are worth the investment. Send me a DM and let's start this beautiful journey together. Here's to investing in your growth, your dreams, and most importantly, yourself. Remember, you are your best investment. And I'm hoping to hear from you soon. Don't forget to like and share this podcast and take time to invest in yourself along with me. You can truly believe that happily ever after isn't a lie. Share the podcast with a friend. And don't forget to DM me to begin your journey.